forgot to let you all know just now. If you check the official answer at the back for the question on resident status, you notice that the answer was incorrect in the official answer. Okay, so I remember the examiner amended the answer, but I don't know why after that the website they forgot to update and then they used back the wrong copy. This was the original answer first published. Then after that they spotted the mistake, then they corrected, but I don't know why it was like that. But anyway, it's just to let you all know also that official answer can also be wrong one. Okay, so just be careful only. Anything that you see not very sure also, you can confirm with me. Just confirm with me, I'll let you all know whether it's okay or not okay. Alright, now we look at the personal tax question. Question 2. Okay, the requirement is A, number 1. State any two of the benefits referred to above that either are non-taxable or exempt. Which one? Okay. Number 2, compute the chargeable income for Encik Sim for Y08. And number 3, explain the tax treatment of the tax borne by Kim C for the tax payable by Encik Sim and the leave passage overseas as well as local. Page 39. Okay, and then what's the meaning of reimbursement in relation to an employee? Alright, now Encik Sim has a contract of employment with Kim C, and Encik Sim's income for the year ended 31st December 08 is as follows. So let's see what Encik Sim is getting. Now, salary 168,000, entertainment allowance, bonus. Kim C provides Sim with benefits and incurred expenses as detailed below. Now, unless otherwise stated, the benefits were provided for the full year of the whole 2008. Okay, number 1. Income tax payable by Encik Sim is borne by the company. I mean the employer is paying for his taxes. Okay, the income tax payable by Encik Sim for Y07 comes to 77,000. The tax payable for Y08 is expected to be 90,000. Okay, so when you work out your tax com, you should know that the tax paid by the employer is 1 year delay one, right? Because the tax for YA 08 is only determined in 09. That's why when you determine the tax com for Y08, it should be based on the tax for Y07. Okay, now the gift of monthly broadband subscription registered in the name of Kim C. Now anyway, broadband is tax exempt, right? Not whose name also never mind, we give you exemption for 1 line. Okay, okay, number 3, there's a monthly subscription to Encik Sim's membership to a golf club amounting to 18,000. Okay, now this is where Sim membership, so it's corporate or individual? Individual, private. So if it's private or personal club, then what do you do? A or B? A. It belongs to you, so it says under 31A. Right, reimbursement of salary in respect of a driver employed by Encik Sim. So you employ the driver and you claim back the salary. So it's 31A, right? Okay, 31A. Okay, 13,000. A domestic help for Encik Sim employed by Kim C at the monthly amount of 1,003, which is commencing from 1st July Now this is a domestic servant employed by the company and give it to you, so it become a benefit in kind. So you assess under 13(1)(b). Now, Kim C incurred expenses as follow in respects of Sim's holiday with the wife and the children in United States. Now, so they're giving you an overseas passage, right? Not? So the overseas passage comprise of airfare, meals, accommodation. So when you determine the value of passage for exemption purpose, overseas, do you include meals and accommodation? No, right? So this is not included. So the meals and accommodations are not exempted. But the airfare is exempted. How much do you exempt? 3,000. Okay. Now then in December they went to Langkawi, also airfare, meals and accommodation. Now do you include meals accommodation if it's local? Yes. And any limit? 3,000 also. 3 times. Okay. 3 times a year. Follow? Now, childcare benefit for Encik Sim son. Childcare benefit is tax exempt, right? Correct or not? Okay. Now the use of a car costing 177,000. The petrol expenses is 15,000. Hotel room charges is 27,000, and from 1st January 2008 to 31st March 2008. Now the use of an unfurnished accommodation for Encik Sim beginning from April to end of the year. The company paid a rental of 13,000. Now Encik Sim is required to contribute 250 ringgit per month for maintaining the premise. So this will be deduction, right? 250, it will be a deduction. Okay. Now the use of a fridge costs 6,000 ringgit, purchased by Kim C from 1st of May 2008. And the fridge is the only item provided by the company in the house as per note 10. Because just now they say that the house is unfurnished. But now they tell you actually there's a fridge. Okay? Now that's the only item. This fridge, they bought it for 6,000 and the life is 10 years. Okay, Encik Sim claimed the following expenses incurred during the year of 2008. Now he would like to claim entertainment. This is deduction. Okay, we highlight this. Now contribution to company for maintenance of premise. Okay, this is also deduction. A gift of money donated to approved institution, that's donation. Medical expenses for father, that's relief. Sports equipment, relief. EPF also relief. Sim is married with a child, is 9-year-old. The wife has no total income. So when they tell you wife has no total income, what do? You claim wife relief. Now that's all only, okay? So that's what we see here in the personal tax question. So it's rather straightforward. It's mainly to do with employment income. Right, part A. Now any two of the benefits which are tax exempt, which one? Just now we see childcare benefit. Huh? That's it lah. Very simple. It's childcare benefit. Leave passage. Huh? Now local leave passage including meal accommodation up to 3 times a year. So the value is not important. So just 3 times will give you exemption. That's it. You just state only. So 2 marks is yours. Okay, now part A number 2, sorry. So we're going to do the tax computation for Y08. So again, question only asks until chargeable income. Okay. Section 4B, employment. Thirteen 1A. What's in 13 1A? Salary 168. Entertainment allowance 30. Bonus we assess on receipt basis, but question is silent, then it's okay. Then just take that 42,000, put it in. Now the income tax payable, tax borne by employer, which year that you put it in, or which amount, 77 or 90? 77. It must be for Y07. Okay. Now for Y08, you assess in Y09. Okay. Now is Y08, that's why you put the one from 07, because you only declare the income this year. That's why you can only assess it this year. You only know the amount. Okay. Alright, so after that they put down note 2. Now the gift of broadband. So we don't have much things left for 13 1A lah. You just leave a few lines only. Just leave a few lines. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 13 1B. Right, the broadband. Now broadband is registered under employer's name. That's why it's B. Right. Now no doubt it's exempted, but you must know where you put under A or B. Okay, because you might get marks on the nil as well. Now whether examiner give marks or not, I cannot guarantee right now. It's up to him. So if you allocate marks, you never show, then you missed it. You better play safe in this case. Okay. Right. Number 3, your private club. The individual club subscription. So the club subscription is 18,000. Okay. Now when you read, be careful with this subscription, because when examiners say monthly subscriptions that amounting to 18, actually she's right. She's trying to tell you that in total is 18. But we also come across students take 18,000 times 12. That they mistaken the 18 is per month. Alright, now you read carefully. It's monthly subscriptions. Blah 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 amounting to. That's why it's 18 is everything already. And not 18 per month. Okay? So you read that time, be extra careful. So don't make this a mistake, not worth it. Okay. Now the next one after the subscription is the driver. Okay, so the reimbursement of driver's salary. So the driver is 13,000. Okay, after the driver we have domestic servant. What's the PV for servant? 400. Okay, I cannot remember. You just flip to the front page of the question. The table will tell you one. Okay, so you just find from the table. So the servant is 400 and then commence in July is 6 months. So the value is 2004. Okay, and then we bring in the leave passage already. So overseas leave passage 17,000 minus 3, so we assess 14. Okay, then the meals and accommodation for your overseas passage is 2008. Now local leave passage and the meals and accommodation will be exempted. New. Right, the childcare benefit will be exempted as well. So new. Now the use of the company's car. Okay, what's the value of the car, right? So you follow the table in the front of the Q&A. Okay, I don't have the car table. There's the tax rate. The car table is not here. Okay, never mind. You can look at the table in page 104. I accidentally forgot to take out the table. Alright, so that's page 104. Okay, the value of the car is how much? 177. So 177 7,000. So it's given for the whole year, right? So the PV is 7,000. Okay, for issue of petrol. The petrol now we're gonna use use formula. That means you take the actual amount, which is how much? 15,000. But then you get exemption 6,000. So if 15 minus 6, your value is 9. Okay. Again, if you see answers at the back, you don't see 9,000 because these are old questions. The old question last time, they don't follow actual amount, they follow table. The table no more. I told you in the class before. You don't use table now. Okay. So that's why the figure is a bit different. Okay. The next one is the hotel room. The house. Now the room, the house is all accommodation. Okay. Then they mentioned there's a fridge. So I settle the fridge first. So the house is unfurnished, but the fridge is the furniture by itself. The fridge. So how do you calculate the value of the fridge? Now they mentioned to you the cost is 6,000, and then it's 10 years. So 6,000 divided by 10 years. will be the annual value. But do you use it for the whole year? No, right? You need to stay in the house from April till end of the year. So it's 9 over 12. So the value is from April the fridge is in May, not April. Purchase in May. It's only 8 months. Okay, the house is April, the fridge is in May. Alright? So 400. Okay, so fridge done already. So left with 13.1c. Now for purpose of 1c, we have hotel accommodation. Now for hotel accommodation, we take 3% of your 1A. Now 1A all done already, so just total this. 168, 30, 42, 77. Right, it's 348,000. Now 348 is value for 1 year. And this hotel you only stay for 3 months. So you will have to take this value and apportion 3 out of 12. So 348, 3%, 3 out of 12 is 2610. Okay, then you have the house. Now the house is based on 30% of 1A, which is 348, 104,400, and then you compare it with defined value, right? And what's the defined value? It's 13,000 ringgit per month. Huh? So 13,000 per month. And how many months do you multiply? In this case here, how many months do you multiply? 12. You have to be consistent with the 30%. So you multiply with 12 first, and then you time a portion. So 156, choose the lower, 1044. Then we time a portion 912. So 1044 is 78,300. Right? Okay. Cast the total. It's 464510. Right? 464510. Okay, that's my gross. So from gross, what you do is you claim deduction, right? So what deductions? We highlighted 2 things. Entertainment. What's the rule when it comes to claiming entertainment? You cannot claim more than the allowance. See, allowance is only 30. So you can only minus up to 30. The actual amount is 33. So this is restricted to 30. And then you also ask to pay maintenance of the house. That the value is 250 ringgit, and you stay in the house for 9 months. So 250, 9 months is 2250. Right, that's my adjusted statutory income. For 3,260. Okay. Now, any other income here? No more, right? That's the only income we have here, right? So the statutory will also be aggregate income. And do you have donation? Yes, there's a 5,000 donation to approved institution. So that's where you claim donation, right? So minus your approved cash donation. Maximum is how many percent? 7, right? 7% of 432,260. Now obviously it's not exceeding, but you still have to show. Usually examiner will give half a mark for writing that statement. Maximum how many percent? Okay. Right after your donation, my total is 427,260. Right, so we're going to claim relief. Okay, so personal deduction is 9,000 ringgit. Now they did mention wife has no total income, so you're going to claim wife relief 3,000. Lagi medical expenses for father, medical expense for parent, amount is 3,760. Purchase of sports equipment. Okay, purchase of sports equipment, maximum is 300. Come on. EPF. EPF goes with life insurance. There's no life insurance here, right? This is EPF alone. Anyway, it's maximum also 6,000. Anything else? Child relief. So they mentioned that he has a child 9-year-old. So the child relief is 1,000, right? It's ordinary relief. Okay, done. So that's it. They ask us to work until the chargeable income. So you stop there lah. Now number 3 asks us to explain the treatment for the tax borne by Kim C. Okay. So first is you must tell whether is this taxable and why is this taxable. Now it's taxable as a what? It's as a perquisite, right? Okay. Now this is a perquisite, which is accessible under 1318. So you must say it's a perquisite, okay? That's accessible under 1318. And then which year of assessment that you assess. Now the tax paid for Y07 would be assessed as the perquisite income for Y08 because it is determined in 2008 when the tax return is being filed for. So the reason why it's assessed in 08 is because it's determined in 08. You only know this amount in 08, so that's why you can assess in 08. Okay, right? That's a tax bond. Now the leave passage I explained to you just now, right? So skip this on. You get exemption 3,000 for overseas without including meal accommodation. Local is with meal and accommodation. Okay, then B, they ask you, what do you mean by reimbursement? What is a reimbursement? Reimbursement is a claim, right? So reimbursement basically means you spend the money. Reimbursement is where employee incurred an expense and then subsequently claims the amount from the employer. That's the meaning, okay? That's it. And what's the main difference with reimbursement? Now we know if you reimburse your employment expense, you don't tax. If you reimburse a private expense, you have to tax. That's the main difference, okay? But they just asked you to explain the meaning. They didn't ask you the treatment. So that's it. Just say that it's a claim, alright? Okay, so that's personal tax. This is much easier compared with the corporate tax question. Alright, now we move on to question 4. Okay, let's turn to question 4. Okay, see what they ask us in 4. Now A, determine the basis period and the adjusted income of Kapita Sdn Bhd for the relevant years of assessment before adjusting overlapping. Read carefully, okay, before adjusting overlapping. And B, identify for the years of assessment in which the basis period overlap as determined in A above, and explain the treatment of the adjusted income that falls within the overlapping period. So they only identify the YA that they overlap and the treatment of the income when they overlap. Okay, so it says over here, Kapita commenced operations on 1st March 2006. The company's accounts were made up to 31st July 2007 and thereafter to 31st July 2008. Now the adjusted income of the company's business is as follows. So they give you the accounting period from March 06 to July 07 is 34,000. August 07 to 31st July 08 is 60,000. Okay, right, so what they want you all to do is A11 marks, basis period, adjusted income before adjusting overlapping. Okay, now so try this. It's very, very simple. As long as you know how to do basis period, then this 11 marks is mostly in your hand already. Give you 2 minutes. Get me the answer. Okay. Now what's your tax basis period? Now the accounting period is only a reference, okay? You don't need this to be the answer. Alright, you just need the basis period. Now if you don't label basis period and YA, you've lost some marks. Okay? If you just put down date lah, you simply go and write some date, and you never write correctly that is called YA. Okay, or you just put year, you've lost mark. Okay. Now we are asking something very specific here. We are talking about tax basis period and the year of assessment. So we do not tolerate this kind of mistake. You must have the heading. Okay, so from the commencement date, 1st of March 2006. First, your year end is 31st July, right? Which is not 31st December and not exactly 12 months. So you will have to close 31st December of that year, and this is why 2006. How much is the adjusted income then? Now 34,000 fair enough, times what? 10 over 10 over 12, 10 over what? What's the period at the bottom? How many months? 9个月啊？17 17. Why you very scared, man? Very scared. Ask you how many months, they don't say one. Don't know what you're talking, okay? Next time boyfriend asks you marry me. Oh, don't want, okay, don't want. Then good, okay? He runs away. Now, so it's 17 months in total because 2006 got 10 months. Okay? And then your July got 7. So 17 months in total. So it comes to 20,000. Okay, after 06 is why 2007. Okay. So you must go back and look at your accounting period. Okay? The one that ends in 07 is the one that you're seeing, so it's the first period. Now ask, do you have exactly 12 months? No, right? Okay, if you don't have exactly 12 months means you will take from 1st January 07 until December 07. Okay, so 1st January 07 to December 07 is your basis period. The question now is, how much income do you have here? 34,000 times 7 out of 17 plus 60,000 times 5 out of 12. So we have 39,000. Okay. Okay. After that, we have YA 2008, which will be from 1st of August 2007 until July 2008. Now, how much will the adjusted income be? 60,000. Why 60? Because the question say is before you adjust the overlapping. The period It's 60 what? So you just take 60 lor. Okay, so this is part A. Simple 11 marks, you know like that. Okay. This question is either a bonus or a killer. Student know basis period, get a lot of marks. Student don't know what is basis period, then they go there, they cry. They don't know what to do. Okay. So some student, what they did is they copy exactly the same accounting period. They copy the whole thing and then they write the same thing. Then they won't get no marks, right? Because when you copy, you realize that the last year and the amount also correct one. But the student never write YA, they also lose mark. Okay, if they write YA, then at least they get mark for the last one. Okay, now so that shows that sometimes copy question also can help you on. Okay, now so this is A. So B. So what are which year of assessment that is overlapping? Which one that you see got overlapping? 2007 and 2008 lor. Okay, so the overlapping basis period would be for Y07 and Y08. Okay, that's it, done already, say it. Okay, then they say identify the period. So the period overlap is from 1st of August 07 to 31st December 07. That's the period overlap. 5 months. Okay? So what will happen? What's the treatment of the income? Now, the income of the overlap period would be assessed in YA 2007 and same amount would be reduced from YA 2008. So actually how much is that amount? It's 25,000. Okay, therefore after considering the overlapping period, the adjusted income in Y08 would be 35,000 because it's 60 minus 25. Okay, done. Okay, we do a short one, so time left is not much. So you turn to the next exam, which is December 09. Okay, and then you look at question 4. Okay, December 09, question 4, page 49. Alright, now that's 15 marks. Now it says that Ho Sin Okay, part A, Ho-Sin. They want you to compute the CA, the balancing charge for Y09, assuming Ho-Sin claim normal and not accelerated CA for the fax machine and the special allowance under para 19A in the case of the other small value asset. Okay, now Ho-Sin is a manufacturer of floor tiles, and they have a paid up ordinary capital of 3 million ringgit and recorded the following in 30th September 09. Number one, they incurred 10,800 ringgit in February 09 on small value asset, each costing not more than 1,000 ringgit, and included in the list is the cost of a fax machine that is 800 ringgit. Okay, now the 800 ringgit that fax machine, they say they want you to claim a normal rate. Okay, and then don't claim the accelerator or the special allowance. Now that's because you know the special allowance limit is up to how much? 10,000 ringgit, correct or not? Now the only one that the limit does not apply is when the company is what? Small. Company is small, there's no limit. So this one, see, examiner also been very nice. Examiner scared that you might not know that there's a distinction between small or not small. That's why she purposely tell in the requirement that the fax machine use a normal rate. Now then you know the rest, you're going to use small value asset, so you won't make a mistake. Okay. Then number two, a general machine was completely destroyed in March 09. The company received insurance money amounting to 39,000. The market value at the time of destruction was 44,000. The residual expenditure was 22,008. The total allowances previously claimed 20,400. Okay, that's it. So in this case, A, number one, the small value and your fax machine. Small value asset, sorry. Okay. Now, the small value asset, the fax machine, the total CA. Okay, what's your qualifying plant expenditure? 10,800. So YA 2009, you have IAAA. Now small value asset, how do you claim? You claim 100%, right? So there's no IA, there's no AA, right? We call it a special rate. That's why you cannot show IAA. You show IAA, your answer is wrong here. Okay? So it's not IAAA, it's a special allowance, 100%, 10,000. Fax machine, you will claim the normal rate. So this will fall under the office equipment. So 20, 10. So 160 and 80. So RE is nil, RE is 560. So this is the first part. How much you're going to claim? That's the amount. Okay, then number two, they mentioned that there's a disposal. Now the disposal is because the machine was destroyed and you received 39,000. The market value was 44. So which one will you use? The higher, right? Okay, so DV is the higher of market value 44, or the proceed, the actual amount, which is 39. So which one? 44 is the higher. And what is the residual expenditure? The residual expenditure is until the end of last year lah, which is 22,800. So what do you get? A balancing charge. So 44,228 is 212. Now, but they mentioned that the allowances you've claimed is only 20,400, meaning BC is restricted to actual allowances claim at 20,400. You must write like that, okay? Right, that's part A. We look at B. Now B, they say compute the industrial building allowances claimable in respect of the two buildings. So NIN with financial year ending 30th June has been operating licensed nursing home for several years. Now the company incurred the following expenditure during 30th June 2009. Okay, building A. A building comprising a nursing home and an office was constructed in January 2009. Now the cost of constructing the nursing home is 183,000. The cost of constructing the office is 17,000, and the building has been in use since April 2009. What's the issue with office? Now office is non-industrial use, right? Now nursing home is treated as industrial, okay? So that's why in this case the question is, do you think that the 17,000 is more or not? Is it exceeding the 10% or not? Now we say the calculation of 10% is based on the cost, right? If you don't have cost, only you use floor area. So in this case, you follow the cost. So you must take and calculate whether 17,000 is it exceeding 10%. Okay. But if not, then you calculate full amount. Okay. Building B. It says that NIN rented a building for 20,000 and incurred the sum of 300,000 on renovating the building in September 2008. And the building has been in use as a nursing home since November 2008. It has been agreed that 15% of the building is used as an office. Now, same thing, right? That the renovation, okay? You can renovate a rented building, which also qualify for IBA. But again, same thing, you must calculate and see that how many percent is non-industrial, but this time they gave you is 15%, so it's that simple. Right, so work out what's the IBA. Okay, quite straightforward. So for building A, now the office or non-industrial usage, the cost is 17,000. The nursing home is 183. So the total cost of the building is 200. The percentage of the non-industrial usage is 17 out of 200, 8.5%, which did not exceed 10% of the total. So the full amount is used as qualifying building expenditure. So your QBE will be 200, YA 2009 initial and annual allowance. So normal rate will apply, 10 plus 3, so 26. 174. This is my RE. Okay, that's building A. But in terms of building B, now the non-industrial usage at 15% has exceeded 10% of the total. So only the 85% portion is treated as qualifying building expenditure. So the renovation is 300, 85 will be 255 lor. So 25.5. And then 7650. Normal class note. 你没有带来啊？哦 ，OK， 很重啊，你不练一下 muscle 啊，给坏人追怎么办？ Okay, our notes is to train your muscle. Okay, so you carry more. Next time people chase you, you can fight back. The notes 我都找不到。Right. Now, actually, this one of the question, examiner is testing 37A. So, if you read and remember this, then you can do this part. Because 37A says that the cost to construct, alter, renovate the rented premise. That you carry on a business of hospital, maternity, nursing home. See that? Now, because the law say renovation or rented premise, that's why building B, examiner mentioned that Nin rented a building and spent renovation. Okay, but that particular exam, I remember that time when we do the marking, there are quite a number of students say that because the building is rented, the company does not own it. That's why they cannot claim IDA. I mean, they made a lot of mistake there. Okay. Now the reason why the students say like that, because student remembered condition to claim is you must be owner. But then you must not forget, that this is a special rule that they say that you renovate rented premise. So that's why there's a small area that the examiner is testing. Okay. So this B. Now look at C. Last part. Now the last part is they just say whether these expenses are deductible as under provision of entertainment when you want to determine the registered income of Lin. Okay, so first one, 1,000 ringgit that you buy birthday gift for supplier. Can or not? Cannot, right? Why? Because this is not supplier's entertainment. Just that the person is a supplier, but the entertainment is completely private because it's birthday, which is a private occasion. Okay? So the reason why you can't claim is because the 1,000 is for private occasion, which is a private entertainment. Now you buy hampers for customers on Chinese New Year. 12,000 ringgit. I just put like that, 100% not deductible. This one, 100% can deduct, 50% or 100% cannot deduct. Now this is 50%. Okay. Now you cannot claim 100% deduction because it does not fall in any of the 8 things that we give you as an exception. Because but you can still claim a deduction because when you give it to customer, then this is to do with your business. Okay, it's a business related entertainment. All right, that you offer them gift during festive season. Okay, so that's why 50% deduction is allowed. Now then the sum of 15,000 incurred to provide entertainment to promote the business on an occasion of a golf tournament which is open to public. So golf is a sports, right? So this is a sports event open to public. So this is given 100% deduction. Okay? Because we have cultural or sports event that must be open to members of the public. So this one you fulfill all the conditions, so you can get 100% deduction. Alright? Okay, so there's one more questions we try. So far we tried 5 questions just now. Okay, so I skip one questions in question 5 because just now question 5 is to do with indirect taxes. You can't do. Okay, so that's only the 10 marks that I didn't do with you. Then I do one more question on CA, which is 15 marks. So if you take into account all the 5 questions we did is actually 105 marks in total. Now what I want to stress here is, you notice or not, even we do 105 marks, we do it in less than 3 hours. And that's on condition also we take break lah, correct not? And then I copy lah, then I say, you all try lah, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So if you take all these things in, the effective productive time to finish the paper probably is only 2 hours and 20 or 30 minutes. That's for students who prepare very well, okay? Because that's not the student that you don't know this, don't know that. So what I try to stress for you is, if you prepare very well for the exam, you will never have a problem with time if it's a text paper. Okay, any paper you will say not enough time, but text paper you will never face with time problem. You will always complain too much time. That wow, finish it, then you sit there, you goyang kaki, then you look at your neighbor. Can see? Alright? Now, because really, you look at text is like that. Because you just need to know what to do only. If you prepare, and then shouldn't be a problem. Okay? Alright, so we stop here. Okay? Come back after the dinner, then we'll continue with holding text.